All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started tonight. This has been a while since I've done a Saturday night version of a crypto talk. So thank you guys for taking time out of your schedule for being here. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you're listening in from. My name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy. I teach crypto education for a living. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor. To be giving financial advice, I share information for educational, training, and entertainment purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. This is a special call that we're doing tonight. We're going to be covering an article that's talking about the current state of crypto in 2024. And when this was released, I started to read it by myself and said, wait. Let me turn on the camera, make this a teachable moment, and read it with everybody, and we can have a discussion about it. And I'm going to see if there's going to be some things that I agree with. There might be some things that I disagree with. I want to get my own input. Then I also want to hear some of your guys' input at the end, time permitting. I don't want to be too long tonight. I don't know how long this is going to take, this article. So I may not read every single thing. But if you've got members in your family or your community, if you're part of MoveQuest, you might want to get the word out to all of them to hop on tonight so that they may be able to learn something. Before I even get started on that, I got to address something else. Security. Security. We had crypto talk this morning, and I made a prediction. And not even, 8 hours later, what I said was going to happen happened. Somebody else in our community got 3,000 MQT stolen. 3,000.
Yes.
When someone in the community gets hacked or stolen like that, it doesn't just affect them. It impacts everybody. Oh, by the way, I am streaming on YouTube as well. So those of you on YouTube, go ahead and type in the YouTube chat. Let us know where you're logging in from as well, and get the word out. When one person gets hacked or it gets stolen, it affects all of us. It pulled $60,000 worth of liquidity out of the ecosystem, not in your pockets that you can use to go and pay your bills. And I mean, this is the beginning of the month, and or use your money to evolve your miners, and that goes right back into the ecosystem. But it goes into a scammer's pocket that they pull out of the ecosystem. And the reason why we have so many scammers on this project is because of that. $14 million has been made in this community in 3.5 months. And the scammers are like predators or sharks. They smell blood in the water, and they know that they can pick off those less fortunate individuals who are not paying attention to the things that they're doing. Because this, and understand this, nobody has gotten hacked. Nobody's gotten hacked. They are using manipulative tactics to get you to hand over access to your stuff. And I can say this until I'm blue in the face, and yet it still happens. I was upset today, and I still am, because everything is avoidable and preventable. And I've given advice and suggestions that could have protected this entire community from the beginning. The very first thing I said back before we were even on the avalanche chain is that this entire community needs to have crypto education one way or another, period. That should have been number one. That should have been the focus. I offered my services, and it has not happened. That's mistake number one. Second mistake is I give away crypto education free once a month. So since I've been here from March, we've had our 5-day challenge: March, April, May, June, July. I don't remember if I took August off or September off. October. 6 times I've had a 5-day challenge for free. We have thousands of people in this community. How many of them do you think participated in the 5-day challenge? for 1 hour a night. It might have been for them, I don't have that time or I don't want to spend any money, even though it was for free. I offer crypto talk every day to be a part of my inner circle for $49 a month. People think that that's too expensive, that they don't feel value in crypto education, or they don't like the idea that I might make some money. And then the final thing, the MoveQuest Telegram group, where we have Project 10,000 almost, we're halfway there, was riddled with the scammers. And they were waiting for members of this community to ask for help. And they were sending them a private message offering assistance. And they were posing as leaders in the community, myself, Herschel Crow, Brian, Ken, even using AI technology to fake our voices and videos. We also gave the warning about that, said that nobody will send you a direct message. Do not share your seed phrase with anybody, period. It still kept happening. And as long as those scammers are in that group and this community continues to grow, there's still going to be people that's going to fall victim to this. So I made a suggestion. Shut the group down, start a new one, but have it on lockdown. Have it verified entry. I don't care how many questions we ask. If we got to get somebody's birth certificate, I don't care. As long as we know who the people are in the community to protect the community from the scammers out there, to protect all of you. I suggested it. They partly attempted to try it, but then members in the community did not like the fact that they had to give up their email address and personal information to get into the group because they were afraid that somebody would use that information to promote another opportunity. And we had a lot of people complained about it. Wasn't my decision to pull it, but they decided not to go that route and said, we'll just make it easy. All you got to do is go to the Get Fit Mining website, scroll down, and there's a link that says click here for access to the Telegram group. Once you do, then the moderators can approve whether you come in or not. I already knew that was going to fail. I mean, that you just missed the point. The scammers are still going to get in. And that's exactly what happened. And we had an individual, and as an individual, I'm not going to say their name, but they are prominent in our community. And that individual ended up losing 3,000 MQT and had all the MQT in one wallet. In fact, actually, I think he had it moved to separate wallets, but they told him to put it all in one wallet to claim a reward. They created a fake website that looks like the Get Fit Mining website. They also created a fake tab. Click here to join the Telegram group. The scammers are professionals. So when you balk at crypto education, even the cheap and free version, know that they have a 6 to 7 figure operation designed to take your money. And they've made $500,000 doing it in the last 4 months. So when I say and I stress, education is key, education is everything, please take heed to that. I empathize with you if you get your money stolen. That is not a good feeling at all. Some people lost their life savings already. But I can't sympathize after I'm screaming this to the sky and it's ignored. But I can continue to provide our services and do as best we can to help as many people as possible. But protect your house. And that's probably the last I'm really going to speak on that, but because it hurts the entire community when this stuff happens. And again, we've got maybe 50 people listening to me right now out of 5,000, 6,000 in the community. You just don't learn. All right, so let's go into what is the state of crypto. We're just a few days away from the next presidential election. And there's a lot of people that's wondering, is that going to impact the crypto market? What is the crypto market sitting at today? What's the future going to look like? And I want to see what this article has to say about it. And if we can learn anything new, maybe we can maybe get a benefit from or agree or disagree so we can see where things are going. Earlier in Crypto Talk this week, we saw the top 10 Bitcoin holders in the world, and number 3 is BlackRock, and they only started accumulating Bitcoin this year, all the way to number 3. So, State of Crypto Report 2024, new data on swing states. I see you, Janine, from Aurora, Colorado. Hey, where Marnita is. All right, swing states, stablecoins, AI, builder energy, and more. When we launched our first annual State of the Crypto Report 2 years ago, the world looked very different. Crypto wasn't high on policy makers' agendas. Bitcoin and Ether exchange traded products. ETPs weren't yet SEC approved. Ethereum had not yet switched to energy minimizing proof of stake. Layer 2 networks designed to increase capacity and lower transaction costs were largely inactive, and the transactions that did occur on them cost a lot more than they do today. Those of you in Crypto Talk, you're part of our ILCA community, you know all of this stuff because we've covered all of this. You know what else they didn't mention here is after the 2020 election when FTX went down. FTX and, well, I almost said Solana, Terra Luna, and Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high after the Bitcoin halving. You know, there's a lot of other things I can add in there that times are definitely different today. So times have changed as our newly released 2024 State of Crypto Report makes clear. Our report covers crypto's rise as a hot policy topic, the many recent tech improvements to blockchain networks, and the latest trends among crypto builders and users. The report also says this is going to dig into the emergence of key applications such as stablecoins, okay? And one of crypto's killer apps. What is that? Explore the intersection of crypto and other key tech trends like AI, social networks, and games, okay? Share new data on swing states' level of crypto interest ahead of the US election. Now, I personally, and this is my personal belief, crypto is not going to be a factor in this presidential election. Now, if there are one issue voters out there in the crypto space, then the crypto space would favor Donald Trump over Harris right now, if that was just all it's about, but it's not that big yet. I don't think it's going to have any impact on the election. The 2024 State of Crypto Report also reveals all-time highs in crypto activity, analyzes how blockchain infrastructure has matured, and I'm going to give you guys this report too. I'll put it in the chat box so you guys can read this on your own as well. Let's see. This year, we're also introducing a new tool, the A16Z Crypto Builder Energy Dashboard. For the first time ever, we're sharing proprietary data based on our unique view of the crypto landscape. Okay, so I'm curious, are you going to be looking at geopolitics as well or just reading the charts? Including where the builder energy is. The dashboard incorporates thousands of data points aggregated and anonymized that are drawn from investment team research, our CSX Startup Accelerator program, and other industry-wide tracking. Through this tool, anyone can explore what crypto builders are saying about their activity and interests. Everything from which blockchains they're building on. That can be a key one because the MoveQuest community will be moving to 7 total blockchains, 7 or 8. And right now we're looking at the base chain next in January. So building on to what types of applications they're building, as well as which technologies they're building with, and what they're based and where they're based. We plan to update the data every year as part of our annual State of Crypto. Now for the findings. 7 key takeaways. Crypto activity and usage hit all-time highs. Crypto has become a key political issue ahead of the US election. It has become a issue, not a key political issue. Again, that is in my opinion. Stablecoins have found product market fit. That is true. Infrastructure improvements have increased capacity and drastically reduced transaction costs. That is true. DeFi remains popular and growing, very much so. Crypto could solve some of AI's most pressing challenges, and I have an entire course on that. I gotta highlight it real quick. Oh yeah, I forgot to add. In doing my part is to try to educate our community, I've extended the offer to purchase all 10 of my courses. Regular price is $2,500. I'm basically giving it away for $299. I'll show you how to do that. But AI, where's my AI? Oh, here we go. Artificial intelligence. I've got courses that cover how AI is going to impact the crypto space. AI, and especially look at this one too. AI, Web3 content curation, Web3 data marketplace, AI-driven smart contracts, AI for Web3 search and discovery, AI-enhanced Web3 gaming, content generation, decentralized healthcare, AI for security and anonymity, AI and supply chain management. Yeah, yeah, you get all these courses for $299, 10 courses. Where do you go to get that? Walktohealth.info. 88% off. Use coupon code MQ10K. This goes away at midnight tomorrow night, Sunday night. Anyways, AI. More scalable infrastructure has unlocked new on-chain applications. Okay, I'm curious about that. Are they talking about the Bitcoin blockchain, or are they talking about something different? It was the whole adding new layers to the Bitcoin protocol was big in 2023, the whole year. It's kind of been quiet in 2024. I haven't heard much about it at all. The ordinals and all that stuff, it's been real quiet this year. So let's talk about crypto activity and usage hit all-time highs. In September 220 million addresses interacted with the blockchain at least once. Wow, if I go back to 2017, it was far, far less than this. Maybe 50 million? A figure that has more than tripled since the end of 2023. Monthly active addresses hit an all-time high of 220 million, with growth reminiscent of early internet adoption. So when people think all the time and they say, am I too late on this Bitcoin blockchain stuff? No. Even though Bitcoin just celebrated its, 15th year anniversary, this is still new. This is where the development is right now, is where the internet was in the 90s. So you understand. Now, are we still using the same internet today as in the 90s? Absolutely not. So in the future, think of how the internet is today. Wi-Fi, high speed, all that stuff, Bluetooth. That's what the blockchain is going to look like in half the time. It's not going to take 25 years to get there, or 25 more years from now. The explosion of activity is primarily due to Solana. So here's a hint. If you're building a portfolio, you might want to have Solana in your portfolio. It accounted for about 100 million active addresses. Following were Near. So this, you guys should make a list of this. I mean, I'm writing this down too. Where's the activity? Solana, Near, the Near protocol. Coinbase's popular base, and that's why we're looking at going on the Base network. 22 million users on Base. Do you think they all move? They're all doing physical activity? Tron, 14 million. You got Solana, Near, Base, Tron. Before all of this, guys, you guys may not know, but Herschel Crow himself was big on Tron. I haven't heard him mention that lately, but yeah, he was real big on Tron. Bitcoin, 11 million. So Tron and then Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's not even leading the pack. Of Ethereum virtual machine chains, the second most active after Base was Binance. So you got BNB, followed by Ethereum. Okay. Addresses are proliferating across many blockchains with Base and Solana as the most active. So expect we will be on those blockchains as far as MoveQuest is concerned. Let's see. A diversity of blockchains are attracting builders, including Ethereum and its adjacent layer 2 networks, plus Solana. So there's the Bitcoin, because Bitcoin now, for the very first time, you're able to create and build smart contracts on the Bitcoin layer 2 network. We were very big on this in 2023. I want to see if we start hearing noise about this in 2025 going into next year. But all that means is normally Bitcoin, the only thing Bitcoin could do, remember the 5-day challenge, was you can only record transactions. That's it. So what's the difference between the Bitcoin blockchain and the Ethereum blockchain? Well, the Ethereum blockchain, you can have smart contracts on it. You can build on it. You can record more than just transactions. So Solana is also doing the same thing. On an absolute basis, Ethereum is still attracting the greatest share of total builder interest at 20.8%, followed by Solana and Base. After that are Polygon, Optimism, Arbitrum, Avalanche, and Bitcoin. So we did the 5-day challenge talking about blockchains. You see all the different blockchains here? Polygon Matic, Optimism, Arbitron, Avalanche, Bitcoin, while the number of monthly mobile crypto wallet users hit an all-time high of 29 million in June. The US makes up the greatest share of monthly mobile wallet users at 12%. Its share of the total mobile wallet, I'm surprised by that actually. Well, it can't be Singapore or China. China's always cracking down every other month. So I'm surprised that even with all of the regulatory heat in the U.S. is still leading the way on this. Okay. Crypto's footprint continues to expand abroad. After the U.S., the countries with the greatest share of mobile wallet users include Nigeria. That's surprising also, the way Nigeria, their government's cracking down on crypto, followed by India and then Argentina. So many residents have flocked to crypto in Argentina because of the devaluation of their currency. While it's easy to measure active addresses and monthly mobile wallet users, it's much trickier to measure the number of actual active crypto users. Yeah, because it's anonymous. So one person could have 100 wallets out there, and you wouldn't know that it's just one person with 100 wallets. So that's a little bit more trickier to try to figure out. It says a combination of methodological approaches. We've estimated that there are 30 to 60 million monthly active crypto users worldwide. The MoveQuest community should target them. Those are people that understand and know crypto. 30 to 60 million. You think they might want to get paid off their physical activity? A proportion of that represents 5 to 10% of the total number of the 617 million global crypto owners, estimated by crypto.com. Okay. We estimate that only 5 to 10% of crypto owners are active users. There's a big opportunity to re-engage passive holders on chain. Go at 2. Crypto has become a key political issue ahead of the US election. I disagree, but it has become an issue. I agree with that part. Crypto has broken into the national discourse this election cycle. We still have not had a presidential debate that actually mentioned crypto. I was waiting for the one with Biden and Trump. Didn't happen. With Harris and Trump, didn't happen. And even the vice presidential debate didn't happen. I was waiting for that. So we measured swing states' relative levels of crypto interest. 2 battlegrounds expected to be among the tightest races in November, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, have seen the 4th and 5th biggest jumps in crypto search interest since the last election in 2020, measured as a proportion of total searches using Google Trends. Michigan saw the 8th biggest jump in crypto search interest, while Georgia stayed put. Meanwhile, Arizona and Nevada experienced moderate drops in crypto interest. So the biggest interest we're looking at is Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. One factor that could have raised people's crypto interest this year was the listing of Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs or ETPs, exchange traded products. The number of Americans who hold crypto could grow as ETPs such as these broaden investor access. Together, the Bitcoin and the Ethereum ETPs already contain $65 billion in on-chain holdings. Though commonly called ETFs, these products are actually registered as ETPs using SEC. Okay, so for the sake of us, our community, we go by ETFs. That's BlackRock, that's Fidelity, that's Franklin Pendleton that the SEC finally approved earlier this year. So the SEC's Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF approvals have broadened investor access to crypto, and that is true. The SEC's ETF approvals represent major crypto policy milestones. Regardless of which party wins office in November, many politicians expect momentum to build with the passage of bipartisan crypto legislation. I agree with that. An increasing number of policymakers and politicians are speaking positively about crypto on both sides of the aisle. I partly agree with that. There's still a handful of the Democrats, like Elizabeth Warren, Auntie Maxine, and others, that's still negative on it. But over time, this is going to win out. I agree. So, some key politicians here. Let me see here. If I make this bigger, you guys can even read it with me. We got Vice President Harris. We will partner together to invest in America's competitiveness, to invest in America's future. We will encourage innovative technologies like AI and digital assets while protecting consumers and investors. So I've heard her say that. Now I'm like, all right, show me, show me. But she can't say or do anything until after the election. She's still on the Biden cabinet. Donald Trump. This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done. Okay, my only problem with that is we haven't seen that plan yet. It's one thing for him to say it, but it's another, okay, show us the plan. The only thing I like about what he's been saying is that he wants to fire Gary Gensler on day one. Okay, I'm all for that one. Chuck Schumer, we believe in the future of crypto. Okay. Cynthia Loomis, Republican. The U.S. has always been a financial leader, but we're on the brink of being left behind in the digital race. She's correct. So we got the Democrats on one side, Kirsten Gillibrand, Ro Khanna, Chuck Schumer, and Kamala Harris acting kind of pro-crypto. On the Republican side, Donald Trump, Cynthia Loomis, Represent Majority Whip Tom Emmer. What did Tim Scott say? We'll continue fighting for rules and regulations for digital assets that promote innovation, protect consumers, and keep opportunity here in America, not overseas. All right, that all sounds good, but let's see some action. The industry, oh, I made this really big. You guys may be cool with that. The industry has inspired other significant movements on the policy front this year as well. At the federal level, the House of Representatives approved the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act. Yeah, then Biden killed the bill. He did not sign it. No less meaningfully, at the state level, Wyoming passed. Now, I'm going to give you guys another free information that I share with my inner circle. It might be wise, especially if you're dealing with crypto, to create yourself an LLC out of Wyoming. That's all I'm saying. So they passed a Decentralized Unincorporated Nonprofit Association Act, a law that gives decentralized autonomous organizations legal recognition and enables blockchain networks to operate lawfully without compromising on decentralization. Okay. The crypto industry is on a path that's too big for me. I got to make it a little smaller. All right. The crypto industry is on a path toward more regulatory clarity after some major policy wins in 2024. So some of the wins we had back in March, Wyoming Decentralized Nonprofit Association, the DUNA. We've got in May, the U.S. Financial Innovation and Technology Act. And in December, coming up, the EU Markets and Crypto Assets Regulation, the MiCA. Okay. The EU and the UK have been the most proactive in engaging the public on questions of crypto and crypto policy and regulation. Various European agencies have put out many more calls for input than the SEC. Meanwhile, the European Union's markets in crypto is the first comprehensive crypto-related policy regime to pass into law, and it is set to come into full effect by the end of the year. See, that's the problem. They're ahead of the United States. We have a lot of catching up to do. The EU and the UK lead when it comes to public engagement on crypto policy and regulation. So America is behind on this. Stablecoins can strengthen the US dollar's position as its global reserve currency status slips. This is where you got to be careful here because they can also, I see the powers that be interchange the word stablecoin with CBDC. They're not the same thing. This is where crypto education, you'll know the difference. But they'll use the same word interchangeably. Just like we say blockchain technology, they say distributed ledger technology. It's the same thing. Or you'll have one side, they'll say Obamacare. The other side will say Affordable Care Act. They're the same thing. I thought it was hilarious. This was back in 2020 when Donald Trump was talking about getting rid of Obamacare. And they were interviewing people on the street, and some Trump supporters were saying, "Yeah, get rid of that Obamacare. What do I care? I have the ACA." You do know it's the same thing, right? No, it's not. So education is going to save you. Know the difference of the terms. Stable coins. Stable coins are only a decade old. Now they're a top 20 and rising holder of US debt. That is a trend I'm not sure I like. That's a little nervous. Tether 81 billion, USDC 11 billion in treasuries. While some countries are exploring central banks, there we go. There we go. Central bank digital currency, CBDCs, the stablecoin opportunity sitting right in front of the US is ripe for the taking. Between these discussions and the number of prominent political figures now weighing in about crypto generally, we expect more countries will start to flesh out their crypto policies and strategies and interests. Yeah, they're earnest. Yeah, they're already doing that. It's called BRICS. Stablecoins have found product market fit. Okay. By enabling fast, cheap global payments, among other uses, stablecoins have become one of crypto's most obvious killer apps. Indeed, as Representative Richie Torres from New York, Democrat, wrote in September in the New York Daily News op-ed, the proliferation of dollar stablecoins, rendered possibly by the ubiquity of smartphones and the cryptography of blockchains, could become the greatest experiment in financial empowerment humanity has ever undertaken. Wow. What did I say back in, I realized in 2017, people, old friends of mine be like, "Brandon, why do I mean, you were the mindset guy. Why'd you jump on this whole crypto thing?" I said, I realized something when I was started studying this. Number one, blockchain technology, none of this could work without blockchain technology, is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet today, regardless of what you think and how you feel. And cryptocurrency represents the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind. And what did this just say? Remember, I haven't read this article yet. What did he just say? This could become the greatest experiment in financial empowerment humanity. What does that mean, financial empowerment? That means taking power from centralized sources, from the government, from the bank, and putting it into each and every single one of your hands that humanity has ever done. This is an exciting time to be alive if you are taking advantage of it. So the wisest thing you can do is get educated first. That's what I did. Major scaling upgrades have drastically reduced the cost to execute crypto transactions. So now, if you people say, "Well, I don't understand what a stable coin is," any coin that is tied, the value stays the same. It doesn't, there's no volatility on this. You're not going to see a stable $1.70 one day, 25 cents the next day. It's this dollar mark. Tether, USDC. See what other ones pop up. USDS. Ah, I heard of this one. I have not been paying attention to it, but it seems to be climbing. It's got 5.6 billion market cap. USDS. For long term, I suggest USDC. The most popular is USDT, Tether, stablecoin. Oops, not that one. Here we go. All right, let's see. Anything else here? Nah, just low fees. It's bringing the fees down. Stablecoins aren't just a fad either. If you compare stablecoin activity against crypto's volatile market cycles, the two appear to be uncorrelated. Indeed, the number of monthly stablecoin sending addresses has continued to increase, even as spot crypto trading volumes have declined. In other words, people appear to be using stablecoins for more than just trading. I started using stablecoins only to trade. I call it the tether, the tether strategy. What does that mean? Well, whenever I saw Bitcoin go up to a high and flatten off, I would tether my Bitcoin and then wait for it to drop down. Then I will move it out of tether and move it and repurchase Bitcoin at a lower price. And now I have more Bitcoin than I had before, but I still have the same value. And then when Bitcoin goes up, I make more money. And just do that, rinse and repeat. There are some traders doing that on MoveQuest right now. Again, if you know what to look for and you're following the charts, you can see. You can see, let's see if I see a trader on here. It's been funny activity the last couple of hours because of the hack. But this is a trader right here. 2 buys and 1 sell. That's a trader in 2 buys, 1 sell. These guys are they're playing the market. Buying low and selling high. This is the scammer right here. This is the guy that got 3,000 MQT, stole it, and then sold it. And we could see every single one. And this one knew what he was doing. He didn't sell it all in one big swoop. Although the selling took place within seconds, he sold it in pieces to try to mess with the algorithm so the algorithm wouldn't kick in. The other guy, when he sold $300,000 worth, the algorithm kicked in before he had a chance to buy back, and he got stuck. This time he did it smart. 600, 200 MQT, 500 MQT, 500 MQT, 500 MQT, 500, 500. Look at these. Right less than $10,000. If I was going to do it, that's what I would have done. He didn't trigger it. One of the things, what do I teach in trading? Never trade more than $10,000 or you become the whale. So the system barely spotted it as a whale, but it went underneath the radar screen. But you add it all up, it's the same wallet. I'm curious. I am really curious on this wallet. Let me look at it. I did not look at this earlier. Let's no trace it. They already sold all that money. Sold all that MQT. Phoenix token. This is somebody that's in the community. This is not an outsider. This is someone that's look, they've got a gang of Omegas too. Well, four. Which miner begins with the four? I don't remember. I think it's the Omegas, but this, yeah, Omegas. This person is in the community and stole from another person in the community. Hmm. Took all that money, 60 grand or so. If you were to add it up, 9,000, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40. There's a 12,000. Hey, who is this one? That's a different wallet. This is a trader. That's a trader. Anyways, like I said, it pays to be crypto educated. Yeah, I agree, Catherine. Karma, I just don't know how people can have that in their heart to wake up in one morning and say, I'm gonna take from somebody else and smile when they go to bed about it. That comes back one way or another. And DeFi and stablecoins dominate crypto usage today. Emerging categories include gaming and social. What I do, wait, let me see here. I do have metaverse. Like I said, metaverse has not been very big in 2024. But this is, of course, you're going to want to become very, very familiar with because this is the future. Think the video game or the movie Ready Player One, that's the future. Even JP Morgan Chase created a company called Onyx built around making sure they can control financial transactions inside the metaverse. This is the future. So take the time. You get my courses for $2.99 right now. Go through these, especially this one. The metaverse is too big to ignore. Jobs of the future. The metaverse in blockchain. Cities in the metaverse. This is actually fun courses. I had a lot of fun with this one. I haven't taught it in a while. All right. Games and social. Categories break down DeFi, stablecoins, infra, bridges, oracles, MEV account abstraction. I'm not familiar. Oh, infrastructure. Okay. Token transfers. Then centralized exchanges, gaming, NFTs. These two here are soon going to come be really big. And social is going to end up becoming number one or number two in the future. Infrastructure improvements have increased capacity and drastically reduced transaction costs. That I agree with that. That is true. And it's only going to get much, much, much better. The biggest part of that is the ETFs. The ETFs is what's allowing people who have been afraid to get involved in Bitcoin and crypto to get involved safely because they're not actually purchasing Bitcoin. They're purchasing a stake in it through another company like BlackRock. BlackRock actually owns the Bitcoin. They're just sharing a piece of the profit with you when you invest with them and the value goes up. But BlackRock actually owns it. Here's another term to remember. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. If you've got Bitcoin sitting on a centralized exchange, you don't own the Bitcoin. They're just allowing you to have access to it until they decide they don't want you to have access anymore. This is why it's important that you're educated to know that if you have your crypto on a decentralized platform where you own the private key, nobody can hack that unless you give it to them. This month, the week of the 18th, I'm doing a special 5-day challenge. Yeah, the Monday the 18th, we're going to be focused on security. Again, I'm saying it now, and you guys could scream it to the rest of the MoveQuest community. That ain't something they want to miss, and I already know we'll get maybe 2% of the community will show up. That I can learn how to keep your crypto safe. And I'm giving it away for free. Blockchains now process 50 times as many transactions per second as they did just 4 years ago. It's going to get even bigger than that. Their transactions per second is bigger than uh, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. More staggeringly, Ethereum's biggest upgrade of the year, Dencun, also called Proto-Dank sharding. I remember this, but we did not cover this in Crypto Talk. Significantly reduced fees for layer 2 networks after its implementation. Do you guys know what layer 2 network means? If you don't know, and I'm not talking to those in like community, even on YouTube. If you don't know what that means, then you definitely need to understand this. It's like, what's the difference between a coin and a token? One is on a layer 1 network, the other's on a layer 2 network. See, a significant portion of Ethereum activity is moving to layer 2s, drastically reducing costs for users. All right, zero knowledge proofs may be the end game for blockchain privacy, scaling, and interoperability. Today, there are more than 250 crypto projects actively working to advance ZK technology. Let me see this. Tornado Cash is number one. DidX, Loopring, Aztec, Starknet, Railgun, Nocturne, Polygon, Linnea, Scroll. Okay. Zero knowledge virtual machines are improving, but there is still a long way to go. DeFi blockchain infrastructure and Depin are some of the hottest categories in 2024 for builder activity. So this isn't for any of you guys. This is for crypto project builders to know if they're going to choose a blockchain to build on, which blockchain do they want to do? So it's the DeFi and blockchain infrastructure. Okay. DeFi remains popular and it's growing. Now, this is one that had let's see, the year 2019 and 20, it was real hot. And then it crashed around 21, 22, and now it's making a comeback. And, oh, Marnita, we gotta look at that. I don't think, or it may be just me. I don't know why. Is my DeFi here? Bitcoin, advanced internet, NFTs, metaverse tokens, AI. Yeah, we got to make sure DeFi's up on here. I keep forgetting to go back and double check that. But we have our whole DeFi courses. And 5 day, no, Diamond. Did we cover that in Diamond class last? Yeah, we covered a little bit of that in our Diamond class. Decentralized finance. That is a must. If you say, Brandon, what's one of the lessons that I make sure I need to know? Decentralized finance. Decentralized finance. What do you think MoveQuest is? It's DeFi. Since DeFi's arrival in the summer of 2020, decentralized exchanges or DEXs have grown to account for 10% of spot crypto trading activity, all of which occurred on centralized exchanges just 4 years ago. Crypto trading is increasingly happening on decentralized exchanges. That is true. Now, trading on DeFi exchanges is different than trading on centralized exchanges. That's why some people got caught trying to trade on the MoveQuest. But now I've been watching this. I watch this every day like a hawk, and I'm watching the traders. Look at this one. Who's this one that did 10 sales? Oh, these are small amounts. So why did you do 10 sales at these amounts, evolving or whatnot? But anyways, I look at the traders and I'm watching that they are adjusting their strategy as they're trying to figure out this community and how things are moving and how they can still try to make a profit. Like this guy here bought 464 MQT for $12,000, but he's also sold half of that. So they on this. Thousands of DeFi protocols now control billions of dollars, and leaders are emerging. Lido. So you see these top DeFi categories. These are projects also you might want to put down if you're going to expand your portfolio. Number one is Lido, liquid staking. Aave, number two. Aave's been around for a long time. Wrapped Bitcoin, BTC bridges, DEXs, Uniswap, Ether, MakerDAO. The ones that I know popping up: Lido, Aave, Wrap Bitcoin, Uniswap, MakerDAO. I'm not familiar with EigenLayer, Ether.fi, Maker RW, Real World Assets, Pendo, and I am familiar with Jupiter. The share of Ethereum being staked and sometimes restaked is up, and it's increasing the security of the network. That word, though, staking, is very shady ground here in the United States. And let me state this too, again, because I'm looking at a chat right now also. If you come across anybody telling you to go to any MoveQuest or GetFit mining site that has a .io at the end of it, do not click on it. There's even one mimicking site that's GetFits. mining. There's an S in there that they put in there. There is no S in get fit mining. But if you're not paying attention, you're just clicking on everything. As finance and tech consolidate power in big banks and big tech, there's a growing need for decentralization. So we have to learn this. There's no way around it. The entire world is going to be moving to this. So MoveQuest actually, for those of you looking at this, especially for the first time, is a teachable moment. You're learning something that you're eventually going to have to learn whether you like it or not. Crypto could solve some of AI's most pressing challenges. Really? Like what? AI is one of the most talked about trends among crypto influencers on social media. Perhaps more surprisingly, there's major overlap between visitors to ChatGPT and visitors to top crypto websites, indicating strong ties between crypto and AI users. There is heavy overlap between AI, crypto, and AI. Percentage of websites audience also visiting ChatGPT. Wow. Wow. This is happening faster. This is going to happen so fast your head's going to spin. Next thing you're going to know everything. I think even the new iPhone 16 is some new AI feature, but wait till the next one, the iPhone 17 comes out, or they may stop calling it that and switch to a completely different name set. Everything will be AI driven. Everything. You want to have some fun with AI, download an app called Pi. Pi. You know, I'm gonna do a little experiment with you guys. Let me show you just how cool Pi is, what it can do. Hey Pi, can you tell me about a guy named Brandon Ivey and his Ivy League Crypto Academy, crypto education?
Sure. I'd be happy to share some information about Brandon Ivey and his Ivy League Crypto Academy. Brandon Ivey is a well known expert in the field of cryptocurrencies and the metaverse. He's the founder of the Ivy League Crypto Academy, ILCA, where he offers a variety of educational programs designed to help people understand the complex world of digital currencies and blockchain technology. Through ILCA, Brandon offers courses tailored to different experience levels, as well as personalized one on one coaching sessions to help students develop their skills and strategies in the crypto market. He's known for his ability to make complex concepts accessible to people from all backgrounds, empowering them to succeed in this dynamic and rapidly evolving space. It sounds like Brandon is really passionate about helping people learn about crypto and the metaverse, and his academy is one option for people looking to get started or deepen their knowledge in this area.
Thank you, Pi.
You're very welcome, Brandon. It was great to share some information about Brandon Ivey and his Ivy League Crypto Academy. It's always inspiring to hear about people like Brandon who are working to make the world of crypto more accessible and understandable to a wider audience. Whether you're a complete beginner or an experienced investor, there's always something new to learn in this rapidly evolving space. If you're interested in exploring crypto education further, Brandon's Academy is definitely one option to consider. And of course, if you have any other questions about the world of cryptocurrencies or blockchain technology, I'm always here to help.
Well, documentation beats conversation. I didn't write that. I didn't make that up. AI. The MoveQuest community has us here. Nobody should be losing anything. But I can't, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink it. Sometimes you don't know the gym you have right in front of you. Unfortunate, but we keep moving on. Builders show increasing interest in AI in 2024, commonly used by infra, DeFi, DePIN, and picks and shovels projects. Given that the cost of training frontier AI models has increased at 4 times per year over the past 10 years, we believe AI could trend toward increasing centralization of power on the internet. Left unchecked, Only the biggest tech companies may have the resources to train the latest AI models. Hmm. Thank you, Rita. I appreciate that. AI training costs are growing exponentially, a trend that we believe favors power centralization in the biggest tech companies. Now, I played that for a reason. So the next time your upline is not in, let me say this the right way so I don't offend anybody. If your upline, the people that have got you involved, is discouraging you from get crypto education from me, you might want to check on them as to why, and then have AI speak to them. The second thing is, if not me, if your upline is not pointing you anywhere to get crypto education, it ain't got to be from me. Then your upline is not looking after your best interest. They're trying to make money off of you. Hey, I keep it real. I don't want to just make money from the community. I want the community to survive and thrive and be protected. So I preach education first. If somebody comes to me, Brandon, I got some money. Where should I put it? I don't say, hey, man, you got 5 grand? Yeah, let's get you some 8 Omegas. You know what I say? Get crypto education first. And then talk about buying and investing and doing anything in the crypto space. I just had to say that. Blockchains can address some of the most pressing challenges facing the AI industry. What are these facing challenges? 15 plus billion images were created by AI in 1 year. More than 150 years of photography. That is crazy. You know, I remember in the 90s when the information age or the early 2000s came out and they said that the average person that's on the internet is access to more information in 1 week than the average adult 100 years before in an entire lifetime. Just think about that. Now, this technology, AI has created more images in 1 year than previously of 150 years combined. And this is just getting started. Training compute for frontier AI models has increased 4 times per year over the last 10 years. 4x. Trust in AI companies fell from 50 to 35%. Yeah, because we don't trust these companies. We don't know if they're going to create the next Skynet, Terminator. Frontier models are trained on trillions of tokens from mostly unpaid contributors. 7. More scalable infrastructure has unlocked new on-chain applications. As transaction costs come down and blockchain capacity goes up, many other potential crypto consumer apps become possible. Consumer apps, MoveQuest. NFT activity appears to have shifted from high volume secondary markets to low cost social collecting experiences. All right. Where's my NFT courses here? I have another one that I have not released, 15 lessons also, because this is big. Every single thing is going to be tokenized. In other words, an NFT in the future. We got intro to NFT. What are NFTs? NFTs for beginners. Examples, how to buy and trade, creating your own NFT. See, if you've gone through this course, you understand how mining the MoveQuest miners work. You're actually minting the NFT on the blockchain. It's not MoveQuest is giving you the NFT because you bought it. How to use OpenSea, voxels, NFT collectibles. So I'm looking at my topics here. The early years of NFT was about, fashion and art and maybe music and stuff like that. But the future is going to be this because guess what your miner is? Technically, it's an NFT. Every single miner has a unique Even the hacker, I'm looking at the hacker's thing here. Let me go back up to here. You see these? This code here, that is unique to this NFT, which is the miner, the virtual activity device. There is no two alike. They're all unique. These are NFTs. And we're using it to be able to show proof of physical activity and be rewarded from our movement. We can create challenges and events. It's a social network. That's where this is going. Social collecting experiences. Social networks are another example. Even though they account for only a small portion of daily on-chain activity today, they're attracting strong builder activity. 10.3% of crypto projects are social related in 2024. In fact, social network related projects such as those related to Farcaster are one of the top 5 hottest builder subcategories this year. Really? What are the building categories? Oh, these are their clients. Catch up? Oh no, that's just what they call themselves. Communities, frames, analytics, data, services, repos, tools. And now games. Games, a long source of innovation in software, are pushing blockchain scaling to its limits. The gaming is, I like Kenny. Kenny had put in our inner circle group that the History Channel did a special on the history of gaming from Legos and erector sets all the way up to PlayStation 5 and Xbox and computer gaming. And that's only going to get bigger. Like I said, it's going to be the metaverse of Ready Player One. But these kids today, they game different than when we did back in the days of ColecoVision, Atari, and Nintendo. I can bet my son right now is in his room on a party line or headsets with his buddies from school playing Call of Duty. I can I can bet it because I can hear him screaming sometimes in the background. So before that, they were all on Fortnite. Before that, they were all on Minecraft. And now, see, when I was a kid, the only time we played video games with our friends was at arcades, or if we went to each other's house, or back in the day, we used to on a Saturday morning open up the garage door, wheel in the Nintendo on a little screen, and we would all have tournaments with Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers. In college, we used to have Madden tournaments and Super Tecmo Bowl tournaments, NBA Live tournaments, Doom tournaments, but that's nothing compared to what they can do now. And imagine using this technology to make it happen. Soon your grandkids are going to be making more money than you playing video games. Interest in crypto-based prediction markets is skyrocketing. Prediction-based markets like um, Poly Market. What's that one market that platform that's betting on the presidential election? I want to say Poly Market. Glimmers of novel consumer behaviors beginning to be discernible. All these new and emerging experiences were intractable when blockchain infrastructure was clunkier and transaction costs were higher. As the blockchains improve along classic tech price performance curves, expect more of these applications to thrive. Yeah. There it is. Polymarket, monthly prediction market. So look at where it was back in the 2020, 2021, and where it is today. That's only going to get bigger. So really about the 2028 election cycle. We are entering a new wave of the crypto price innovation cycle or a false start. No, it's not a false start. Not a false start. I'll finish. This is allowed. I'll read these last 3 paragraphs and then we're gonna have some discussions. Where does that leave us? The state of crypto has made significant strides across policy, technology, consumer adoption, and more over the past year. There were policy milestones, including the sudden approval and listing of Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, as well as the passage of significant Bipartisan crypto legislation. Yeah, but then it was vetoed by Biden. There were major infrastructure improvements, from scaling upgrades to the rise of Ethereum layer 2s and other high throughput blockchains. And there were new apps being built and used, from the growth of mainstays like stablecoins to explorations of more nascent categories like AI, social networking, and games. Whether we have entered the fifth wave of the price innovation cycle, yes, we have, and we will in 2025, because that's not based on none of this. It's based on the Bitcoin halving that already took place earlier this year. Our framework for understanding the ups and downs of crypto's many market cycles remains to be seen. Either way, crypto as an industry has made inarguable progress over the past year. And as ChatGPT has proven, it can take just one breakout product to shift an entire industry. So for me, none of this has been a surprise, because we do crypto talk every day. So we've covered all of this stuff. If you're in my inner circle, you're familiar with all of this. And the reason why I was going back to my lessons was I wanted to make sure I've already written courses covering all of these topics that they brought up. So that just lets me know I'm current. And I wanted to read this. I wanted to see, is there anything that I might miss that I need to write for my new courses for next year? Because I still have 6 more courses coming out in the future. I have decided if I'm going to release 3 in the beginning of 2025, 6, or 0. And I wanted to see if there's any new topics. The only one real topic that is standing out to me on the back of my skull is I need to have just one whole thing just says security. I have different lessons in Bitcoin 101 about, in fact, all of them. I have something about security. Like even when I look at the AI, let's see here. Yeah, AI for anonymity and security. What about Web3? My Web3 courses. Do I have something about security in this one? Let's see. Smart contracts, data and privacy ownership. That's security. Governance and DAOs, interoperability, AI, NFTs in it. What about my tokenization? Let's see. Tokenization. Ooh, oh yeah, this is a big one. I have a lot in this one too. Regulatory challenges, tokenization, fractional ownership. Oh yeah, this is a different beast. What about, I know I have it in my DeFi. NFTs, Web3, Bitcoin 101. And this is where we are going to take a lot of security stuff in the 5-day challenge. Coins versus tokens, how to use Exodus, types of wallet, where to buy Bitcoin, protecting your investments and security. Wow. So you mean to tell me I actually got a lesson here that the entire MoveQuest community could use?
Bitcoin 101 security.
Security.
Security with Bitcoin is extremely important.
Why?
Here is why. The fiat banking system, USD, Euro.
I already got it. So again, I'm giving away all of these courses for $2.99 until midnight tomorrow. Now, because I want this community to succeed, I'm not taking away the special. I'm going to move into the holiday special, but on Monday, the price goes up. I got to check if we're still going to use the same coupon code, but it's going to go from $2.99 to $500 for the entire month of November. So I can still allow people to get these at an 80% discount. And then I don't know what I want to do for December, but the price is going to be going up. Back to regular price is $2,500. You're getting it for $2.99. Take full advantage of that. All right. So let me stop share screen. Uh-oh. Did my thing freeze on you guys? I was clicking on too much stuff. If you can hear me, type Y in the chat box, especially on YouTube. It looks like my Zoom just froze and it's spinning on me. My camera's still on. And Marnita, shoot me a quick message on Messenger or something if you can still hear me. I might have to close mine down and come logging right back in. Oh yeah, you still hear me. Can you still see me too? Yeah, you see and hear me. All right, I can't interact. I can't stop share screen. It's frozen on me. All right, what I want to do is I want to have a quick discussion. So, Miss Casa, I'm going to turn it on over to you, if you're able to just ask or unmute anybody who raises their hand, who has anything that they'd like to share, or any question, any insight that you learned from this. Raise your hand, and Miss Casa will call on you, and hopefully this thing will clear up for me. But for me, my whole screen has frozen. I can't do anything. I can't even see you guys. So, Ms. Casa, let me give it to you.
Okay, can you guys hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, I still hear you. Yeah, go right ahead.
First of all, phenomenal, Mr. Ivy. Thank you so very much. I got notes written, and I hope everybody that is here right now took notes, especially off of the first part that you were talking about, the security. So if you guys have any questions or any aha moments, please raise your hand. We do ask for three things. The first one is please do not unmute your mic until you're asked to do so. We just lost Mr. Ivy. Okay, you guys. The second thing is we do ask for two questions unless we have time for more. And of course, there are never any silly questions. So you guys just hold for me one moment. I'm going to shoot Mr. Ivy a message and see if we can get him back on here, okay?
All right, I should be back.
You're good to go, sir.
All right, was there anybody raise their hands?
Mr. CJ Jackson from Arizona, I see you, sir. The floor is all yours.
Try it again, CJ. Try it again.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Brandon. Excellent information. Was about 10 minutes late. I was just getting in off the road. I'm actually in Burbank tonight. So, question on your promotion that you're running for this month. For those of us who have memberships, is it advisable to go to purchase that education course for what you're offering?
If you're a Diamond member, you already have access to every single course.
Sounds like a winner.
Now, what you could do is purchase it for a friend, family member, or somebody that you love that they need to get crypto education. It says it's only $2.99 right now. So you
Okay,
can do
great.
that. But yeah, if you're a Diamond member, you already have access to everything.
All right, great. Thank you so much. And then one other question. I missed the first 10 minutes of the call tonight. I was literally at the front desk checking in here in Burbank. And what happened? Something happened on the road and I was in the mountains, so I didn't get a chance to get
Well,
information.
without having to repeat everything I said in short, remember what I said in Crypto Talk this morning?
Yes.
That it was going to happen again, even though
Yeah.
I'm telling them what they should do and they didn't want to do it. It happened again.
Wow.
One member lost 3,000 MQT, and then the person who stole it is in the community. We know the wallet address, we just don't know who it is, but they're in the community. They have a bunch of Omega miners, and they were smart this time. Instead of selling all of it at once, that would have triggered the smart contract. They broke it down in pieces under $10,000 and sold it all off before the net had an opportunity to do anything to try to prevent it.
Wow.
So it happened again. And what happened was the individual thought that they were going to the new Telegram group, and they weren't. They didn't. They got scammed into giving away their information, clicking on the wrong link, and the person that was doing this told them to move all their MQT into one wallet which that person did, and stole 3,000 MQT.
Oh,
I
wow.
just talked about that today. Other thing
Wow.
about it is the individual is always on our presentations and trainings, but never in my crypto education, never on my 5-day challenge. So this
Wow.
was a preventable thing from happening, and they
Wow.
got.
Thank you so much for that, sir, and keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate it.
No problem.
All right.
Samantha, shoot a message over to Miss Casa, and she'll get you squared away. Make sure you got access to everything. All right.
All right. One other thing, I sent you a link today. Did you get it?
For Tito Jackson for the funeral. Yes,
Yes.
I did. And you put that in our Telegram group as well, right?
Yes, I did. Just share it with the
Okay.
community.
Great,
All right.
great. Those of you who love the Jackson Five and Tito's homecoming going ceremony, there's an invitation that you can. Is that going to be streamed online that everyone will be able to see that?
It should be, yes, and it's open to the public. That portion of it is.
Okay, great, great. Thank you for sharing that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Jackson. Okay, Kevin, I see you, my friend. Go ahead. The floor is all yours.
Oh, I gotta make sure he can unmute. Go ahead, Kevin. My bad.
Um, my question basically is this new group. We don't need to join it. I mean, as long as we belong to you, we pretty much got all the information. Is that correct? Or is there a
That's
reason
true.
to be in this group?
That is true. I don't have as much detail in the ILCA Elite group as that group does. But if you do things the right way, you can get access to it. If you just go to the getfitmining.com homepage, let me share screen and show. I don't understand why this is difficult for a lot of people. Get Fit Mining homepage, scroll down and right there, official MoveQuest Telegram group. What the other gentleman did was he asked, well, I don't know, where's the link to go to? The fake scammer guy sends him to the fake getfitmining.com site, and he clicks the wrong dog and clicks the link, and it went to a different thing, and he gave up all his info. So just go to getfitmoney.com, scroll down, click on here, and you'll be in the new MoveQuest group. But you don't have to be a part of it. But a lot of all of the recordings and things, is uploaded there. But I also put my recordings in our ILCA Elite group.
Okay, yeah, as you know, I work a lot, so I don't have a lot of time to get on this, so I miss a lot, but I get a little bit here and there, and it's always from you. That's why I asked the question, because as long as I'm getting what I'm getting from you, I should have enough to make everything move progressively in a good
Very
way.
true. That is true. Now, guys, I did it again. Something with I have all these programs running at the same time. When I shared my screen, my thing froze up on me again to stop share. So if I get kicked out, I'll come right back, but I can still see you at least this time. So thank you, Kevin. If there's anybody else, Marnita, you're gonna have to unmute them for me because I'm not gonna be able to do that. But is there anybody else?
Yes, sir, that's fine. Is there anyone else? Okay, I'm not seeing anyone. Samantha, sweetheart, I am messaging you right now. And back to you, Mr. Ivy.
All right. Well, everybody, I hope you learned something new. As always, that's the point. I can't stress.
All righty, everyone. It looks like we lost Mr. Ivy. I see you, Mr. Taylor. We can give him maybe a few moments to see if he comes back on. If he comes back on, we will definitely hear what you have to say. I just don't want him to miss whatever it is you have to say now. So you guys give me one moment. Let me see if I can get Mr. Ivy back on here. Okay, everyone, it looks like we might be done for the evening. Mr. Taylor, please, by all means, bring this up in a Crypto Talk on Monday. because I know he's going to want to hear what you have to say. Miss Samantha, we will get that link for you as well, okay? All right, everyone. Thank you all so very much for attending. We truly appreciate you. You guys have a lovely evening, and we will see you next time. Good night.